I wake up to watch the sunrise, heal my pain by looking at the blue skies. I'm alive with my God, I see two minds. Mississippi burning, I prayed that I was earning. I can measure hate, racism ain't a person. All the hate they give like it never was emergence. If Jesus died for sin, why the black person burning? If Jesus died for sins, why the black person burning? Yeah. If Jesus died for sins, why the black person burning? Look at the state we in. Learned the lesson, didn't win. White man is a shadow and the black man is a sin. I'll bleed the blood again. Get the message from within. I pray for peace cause I know I'm gonna win. I pray for peace cause I know I'm gonna win. I pray for peace cause I know I'm gonna win. We pray for peace cause we know we gon'
Rise and shine, Earth stars. My name is Nova Too Serious. I am from Mississippi. I'm an artist from Mississippi, and it's my job to help people grow. It's not really just my job, it's everybody's job, honestly, but I take mine a little bit serious. So that's why I'm here. And as you saw, like, this is a new playlist. This is basically where I'm going to be talking about my conflicts with security when it comes to how I handle my security, because really it's like don't nobody understand who you are or what's going on until you like say it, speak it. So basically I'm talking to the world at this point. I'm not really trying to be accepted, but I just wanted to be understood, like where I come from, how I feel, and if I feel anything towards any of that stuff. Because that's all it is me. To me, is stuff. It does nothing for me. Most of it does nothing for me. And when I try to like build, it's crazy how that stuff just end up in my way. That's all I can say. So I'm trying to build, and this stuff just keep getting in my way. When I say this stuff, like shit that I didn't even choose, stuff that don't have nothing to do with me. I mean, yeah, I like bad bitches. I like beautiful women. I like good jobs. I wanna have revenue and stuff like that. But granted, the stuff that comes with it isn't always, just good stuff. Like it's not gonna be to your benefit if you don't have the information to understand, where you align with your power, or how you benefit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's just the story of it. Like, when people come up, like, there's always a twist, there's always a turn. And sometimes, the person making those twists and turns can't make those twists and turns and end up, in different places. And yeah, I just feel like that's what was happening to me, becoming a father and going into fatherhood as a black man. And it's really hard to say that somebody specifically targeted me, because technically nobody really targeted me. It's just, a group. It's just a militia or of some sort that like is in control of how I feel when it comes to the things that I do, and also what I choose to do in a sense. Like, in your environment, you literally are influenced. You're affected by your environment. So if they put you inside of an environment that has no real development, they put you in an environment that has a sort of development, but it's all like towards toxic. A toxic lifestyle is towards, a dead-end lifestyle. And then like when you're trying to build, you go to school and stuff like that, it's like the teachers are like referees, and like they blow the whistle whenever it's like specific kids that need help. And I'm not saying that I was one of those specific kids. I'm just saying that a lot of people didn't blow the whistle for me. And I ended up thinking that I could like, trust other individuals because they blew the whistle and they was on my side as I was standing for myself. And yeah, and ends up being their safety is at jeopardy too, and they can't even take care of themselves. So how can they, provide the same safety for me? And that's just the gist of it. Like, the safety risk that I go through, aren't really mine to hold until, I lack the knowledge. And I feel like instead of an environment where you lack knowledge, especially if somebody knows you're inside of an environment where you don't understand what's going on, I feel like there should be some type of guidance, some type of leadership. It's like, that's what I would do for my kids. You know what I mean? Like, how you gonna introduce somebody into a whole nother lifestyle, a whole nother this and that? It's like, hey, this is what you're gonna do. It's a whole nother, it's a new job. But we're not gonna teach you nothing about this job. We just gonna, like, you're gonna have to learn. And cause like, if you really want it, then you would make it through those obstacles. And I get that, I get it. But when it comes to safety, there has to be some type of net, for failures. And if there is no net for failures, then you got a lot of dead-end jobs. And that's what I'm experiencing here in Mississippi. I'm not saying that, I haven't been able to get a job. I'm not saying that, I don't get good jobs. I'm not saying that I haven't had, like, an opportunity to be a great employee or someone that is performing labor. But at the same time, I have a passion for other stuff. I have a passion for, like, actual, like, social things. Like, I go to work and I'm not trying to make friends, but I understand that having social economics is how economics works. And, like, it seems like there are people that don't have social economics that still are able to economically benefit. And then at the same time, like, they try to torture the ones that have social economics because they can't even provide themselves with it through the trauma that they've experienced. And then when they go and pay for therapy, the therapist tells them to, like, just change the way you look at it. And they change the way they look at it instead of actually confronting the problem, which is, the way that you interact with other people. And I think that's what they're trying to say is my problem. It's like, you don't know how to interact, but I'm a very honest person. And, like, what am I doing here? I don't have any place to put my honesty. So this is where it's gonna have to go. So yeah, that's what this playlist is gonna be about. Is my safety. So when I talk about my safety, even though it seems like I'm paranoid, I'm talking about my safety. In defense, I'm not really, looking for problems. I'm not going out there looking for trouble. Yes, I, sat at the fire department, but that seems like, a legitimate thing to do. That's where you would take the babies if they were, like, abandoned and stuff like that. So why you can't, like, have a place for abandoned people to relate to something like that? You know what I mean? Like, I wish I had my mom. I wanted my mom. I felt like an abandoned baby. So I went to the fire department. It sounds really weird to say that, but that's how my mind was working. I really was thinking, like, nobody wants me, man. Nobody cares about me. And instead of, like, moping and sobbing inside of that on the blocks and on the streets and stuff, looking for something better for myself, I went to the fire department because I'm pretty sure they would have more insight on the community, on how I can help in the community or how the community could help me. Not really, giving me benefits and stuff, but just, like, different resources that obviously aren't there. And that's all I'm trying to say. Like, when I talk about safety, I'm talking about those kind of things. I even made a note about them. I'm talking about safety. I'm talking about, yeah, it's early in the morning. It's like 5. I do this every day because I don't have real safety, and it's like I'm just on a high alert all the time. I want to relax, but I haven't even gotten any signs of that being a possibility. So it's just in defense. So when I talk about my safety, I'm referring to, my physical safety, my emotional and psychological safety, and my social safety. So when it comes to the physical, there are like 7 different things that, could apply to my lack of physical safety. And they evolve around, violence or assault, accidents, natural disasters, unsafe housing, medical emergencies, exposure to toxins, and lack of access to clean water or food. And I've experienced some of those. I'm not saying that I experienced all of them, but the ones that I've experienced were unsafe housing, exposure to toxins and violence or assaults. I'm not saying that I've been like inside, like physically put in those situations consistently, but I know that there are people that are very fragile that probably have been, and I don't know. I just want to leave it here. Like there are ways you can combat these things. You just have to have the information ahead of time. Yeah, and that's where you win. But for emotional and psychological abuse, not really just abuse, but the emotional and psychological safety risk, I feel like I got a 7 out of 7 on that because I've experienced 7 of these things. So I don't know if there's more, but they list under emotional and psychological abuse, they list just regular abuse, manipulation or gaslighting, chronic stress or burnout, bullying or harassment, isolation or neglect, unresolved trauma, high-risk social environments. And, I was just talking about those things. And then we go to the next one, social risk safety, which I got a 5 out of 5, basically can't trust. I got trust issues, can't trust anybody. And what's listed under that is discrimination or prejudice, social exclusion, or dang man, I gotta work on my spell. I think that says sharing. I don't know what that says. Anyway, workplace harassment, reputation damage, a lack of support systems. And then there are other ones that apply to it too. Digital safety risk, legal or civil risk, financial risk, which is, I would say, actually applies here because that's basically the biggest problem that I have. Because if I did have the ability to create finances for myself, then I wouldn't have the problems I have. So when it comes to the financial risk, you look at poverty or homeless, debt traps or predatory lending, economic dependence on abusers. And I think that's the case here. Lack of insurance or job loss or underemployment or underemployment, just basically being unemployed for long periods of time, or not really having a job or having the ability to make money. And I feel like that's what Mississippi was trying to do to me. But as I try to grow and develop myself, I learned that there are other ways that I can keep myself safe, and I don't have to I don't have to rely on everybody to keep me safe, because everybody not gonna keep me safe the same way that they keep themselves safe. And that's the gist of it. That's what this playlist is gonna be all about. Just the encounters I encounter, and hopefully it'll help me in civil action, if there is any civil action. Hopefully it'll help me, and my ability to say that I really do want to secure my moral intellect, my emotional intelligence. I want to secure my ability to be available for the people I love. And that's all I can say, because I know the money's gonna come. I know I'm gonna have to get a job. I know I'm gonna have to live somewhere. I know I'm gonna have to do all that stuff. But when it comes to me being able to make it there, me being able to do those things, my safety is a part of that. And that's where I'm at with this. It's a start, but it's a start. It's not what I want, but I'm getting somewhere. I'm doing something, and I'm not moping. I'm not giving my time away to nothing. Because this is work. This takes work. I think I want to do this. I want to tell people about how the fuck I feel. Nobody cares about how I feel until it relates to them. And I think that a lot of people can relate to this. And keeping themselves safe, especially black men. Yeah, you're not stupid, man. You're not stupid. If anything, They playing yank the chain with you, man. Playing, you know that commercial with the guy with the fishing hook, fishing, got the dollar. He pulled that dollar back. That's what's going on here. Y'all think it's a war. Shit, y'all just getting mad for no reason. It's like they just brewing the war inside of you. It's like, man, we need these people to be ready. We need them to be ready. For what? What we need to be ready for? I didn't go out there. I need to be ready for. I was ready for work. I didn't get paid for that. Shit. I went to work. I didn't get paid for that. Shit. The people that probably didn't even go to work still got a job. The ones that I got called in for still got a job. You know what I mean? That's just the system. That's how it is. So look out for you, your safety. Thanks for watching. If you like what you're watching, subscribe, like, share. And if you have any type of anything you would like to share with me, add, comment, say something. I ain't tripping. And if you got problems, you probably gonna get deleted because it's just not my environment anymore. That's all I can say. I love God. God loved me. And I know he loved you. I hope you love him or her or it, whatever. All right, fuck off my page. For the record, when I said fuck off my page, I was talking about, feds, police, CIA, all of them that's, stalking me and stuff like that, just try and make their money and, take care of their family and stuff. Fuck off my page. But when it comes to, visitors, people that want to actually learn and grow with your boy, yours truly, then, welcome. Come back, please, please, please. Any video, all yours. Bye.